The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You're rolling back into The Local Show. Thanks for joining us on this what does this say? St. Patty's Day?
Let's just call it springtime. I know it's maybe a month early, but not a month early. You know, we're
something that's coming up that I want everyone to be aware of. Our friend Stephanie over at Blake Jewelers is having a little bridal thingy. Yeah.
When's that? You know?
Yes, March 15th.
Okay.
And it turns out I'm going to be there.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to give her provide a little music, and then we're going to talk about all the services. She's got a bunch of great, well-vetted vendors that are in the wedding business, including her sister, who's a wedding planner and a photographer and all that. And, of course, she's got a myriad of great jewelry, incling those lab-grown diamonds and things like that.
I mean, incredible. If anybody goes to one of the, no offense to the mall stores, if you're listening, suck it up. I mean, she's like 20% of what, I mean, it's amazing.
It is.
Real diamonds. You can get a beautiful diamond and they'll design it. They have that AutoCAD thing, Tom. It's amazing. Right. And it's a fraction of what you would pay at these big fancy jewelry stores. But
and she's right in Township 5, which means you got the wing place on one side, that new restaurant you talked about, and then your Indian restaurant.
You got the Indian place there, You can watch a movie. It's all over there.
It's all over there.
Expedia Travel, right?
Right there too. Yeah, she's over there. Yeah. So, come on over, and I'd love to meet you people, and, bring your young ones and all that, and those of you who are just ready to get married, let's do it. The 15th of March at Blake Jewelers.
Weeks out. Yep.
Okay. You got it. Matt Mallory's with us right now, owner of PS and Ed and Mallory Unlimited. How are you there, Matt?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Good.
You make me hungry now. Yeah. Talking food.
Does anybody think your name's Ed? They're like, hey, Ed.
PS and Ed.
Who's Ed?
It's always when you come up with a company name, you look in hindsight, you're like, why'd I do that?
Yeah,
I could have done that better. Why'd I put an and symbol in the middle of it?
Yeah, that's right. So, Matt, tell everybody what you do, that your primary business, and then we can go into your branches.
Sure. Education. So teach classes all over the country, instructor level classes, pretty much traveling, and then locally everything from handgun, self-defense, pepper spray, taser, mindset.
When you do mindset and self-defense, are you teaching like Taekwondo or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or what?
It's BJJ. It's some the Krav Maga kind of mindset.
I was just guessing. I was only joking around, but you really do.
That's it. But it's minimal. I'm not usually I'll do it as a primer to get people realizing what they don't know and what they could fill those gaps in, and then I send them to dojos. Find a place in your area. I mean, you just got to know how your body works and how other people's bodies work.
Yeah.
Right. And even, we've all been on diets. We've all been on, on exercise routines, and we all fall off those things. Mm-hmm. But when we first get on it, it sucks. But then after a little bit, we're like, man, I feel better than I've ever felt. It's kind of the same thing with, the working out on the martial arts side.
You do any Tai Chi? Chair Tai Chi walking?
That video I see all the time, fat dads are going to look like
Asian guy.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
He's like, I've been walking for 3 months, and now I'm ripped, and I can win the Olympia. Yeah.
Do you teach situational awareness?
Absolutely.
Could you explain what that is and maybe give some hints about how people can practice that?
Well, I mean, especially with the recent Iranian things and Iranian sleeper cell concepts that have been talked about, right. Paying attention to other people, seeing what they're doing, are they where they're supposed to be, or how are they acting? Are they taking pictures or videos of things that just doesn't make sense? Are they saying things that are concerning? Those kind of things. I mean, that's all just paying attention and kind of like processing it, in the back of your head. Like, okay, wait, if it's one thing, it might be nothing. But if it's bunches of things that add up, then it's something.
So what's the difference between that and just paranoia?
Here's another thought. You say prepping, people say you're paranoid. Well, what is prepping? Prepping is having a garden. Prepping is canning. When we were kids, my grandmother and mother canned. Right? Freeze dry your food. I mean, that's the new way of canning, if you will. I mean, it's just being prepared. And a lot of people prior would say, hey, you're paranoid, but then COVID happens and there's no toilet paper on the shelves and people are using leaves again or something.
Right.
Now, now what are you? I mean, I bought a bidet because it's like once you go bidet, you never go back.
That's funny. Yes, but I get what Steve is saying. You know, do you constantly want to be in a state of panic? You know, why have a United States of America if that's the way you got to live? I don't know that I want to live that way.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, I guess it's got to be a happy balance between the two.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like if you're driving and you're not paying attention to the roads and cars coming in your direction and start looking at a car. I get that, yeah. And you're like, man, that car's coming at me kind of faster and wow, it's in my lane. Well, it shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
Well, you know, no big deal.
Yeah,
and you just keep driving, right? So certain things should make you, and that's why I said, if it's a bunch of things, you're like, oh, wait, that's concerning, but that might be normal.
But even where you park, I mean, I was, last week I was over at, people know we have an electronic billboard on 690 right there by Teal. If you want to be on there, let us know. Drop me an email, sure. steve@zoeadvertising.com. But I pulled up and I was checking the cycles and I pulled up and I was parked there between a building and underneath it. And I thought, okay, someone could come up from behind me. And I was like situationally aware, and I was aware that I was aware. Yeah. Yes. So I was, even the way I parked, the sound, the windows, I had my mirror so I could see. Years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I had just parked and not thought about it. But it's that kind of stuff that maybe is just common sense. Just
being a little bit more, vigilant about it, keeping people at a distance, that kind of thing, and vetting, verifying. You don't owe them anything, so as they get closer to you, that could be a problem if they want to do you harm.
I think that people in big cities, and I've known quite a few people, especially when I was in college, and you had people who were from different bigger cities than Syracuse, New York, and they grew up in that kind of an environment. So somebody from New York City knows how to take the subway. They know how to hold their purse, where to put their wallet.
What street not to go down.
Right.
Young kids would do it,
Yeah. And when you grow up that way, that's all I think that you're saying. And we never had to really think about that up here. But with the influx of people and just communities growing at a rapid pace, we have more people than ever everywhere and from all walks of life, and it's usually lone wolf wackos who decide to do something crazy. And it's not, if you can, I guess, what would your advice be? You don't want to try and tackle a person like that, but if you're in an environment like that and you're aware, maybe to be able to get out of the situation, run away.
Mean, like security guards that I train, I'll tell them, observe and report. Observe the information, report it. Unless it's a life or death situation, that person's actually committing a heinous crime that people could die, then you might need to respond. And then having the right tools on you and also having the right tactics and mindset can definitely help you prevail in that situation. But if you just are oblivious to it, then you don't know what you don't know.
Or you're just waiting for someone else to come to your rescue. That's probably not a good strategy.
Listen, police are the cleanup crew. We show up after.
So what classes do you have coming up here in the next few months that maybe people would want to jump on?
Yeah, about every week, really, I teach the 18-hour class.
Okay, so and explain what that is.
That's to get their pistol license. Okay, in that, I talk a lot about tactics and mindset, more so than actually using the gun, because what kind of gun are you going to get? We don't know yet.
Right.
But the mindset stuff can help people even if they don't get their pistol license.
Right. So, right. And do you teach non-lethal type of things too?
Yeah, pepper spray, taser, defensive tactics intro class. So or the physical aspect.
Okay.
So I think everyone should really have a pepper spray on them. I think that's helpful, especially if you're in business and you're going places and things like that.
I sell it too.
Yeah, there we go. He
that's good.
He probably makes it too, if I know him off the land. MalloryUnlimited.com. The classes, the groups, all that information. If you've said, I gotta do this, here's a guy who can do it. MalloryUnlimited.com. Go there and check it out, and right here in town. So thanks for joining us today, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
And I believe you also have maple syrup coming, right? And honey as well.
Yeah, honey's on. Yep, lots of honey, and have goats pregnant. I'm gonna be having babies soon.
Beautiful.
There we go.
All right.